Jaima, today we are going to listen to the 23rd chapter of Roaring Silence, The Parasite Guruji. Mutual dependency is the law, rather secret of the nature. Every being in this whole of creation, not just of this world, is dependent on each other. For the Almighty Himself got him divided into two parts as Uma and Maheshwar, and delight in being so dependent of his consort. The nature and spirit are inverse and complementary to each other. We, the created, unable to understand this order that is behind the arrangement. The difficulty is in our understanding, not in the arrangement. Every being here exists all along, and nothing can try to be alone or try to eliminate or try to escape in front of the other. Especially in the life of human being, it is a truth apparent. The four pillars of Vedic concept of society called four ashrams, the stages of life, should help each other mutually to evolve till the established as the goal ultimate is attained. In between, those who are occupying their respective ashram at a particular point of time should not do the blunder of assertive and identifying them with that stage, ashram alone as independent. As give and take is a part of life, dependency is also a part of life. So, the tendency to eliminate any kind and anything is self destructive. Once I was traveling from Guwahati to Delhi by train. I had a valid second class AC ticket which one of my disciples reserved for me. The train was about to leave the station. Two young military men, seemed to be officers, entered into the same coupe where I was accommodated. They were carrying with them a lot of heavy luggage, entered into the same compartment. When they saw me, a sannyasi in an AC compartment, the guardians of the citizen were unable to digest. The founders of the post-independent India came to power just selling the fake coin of equality minted by them. Then, what was the definition of equality they made using? Even now, no one knows. But the fakes are rolling in money. The country is reeling in distress of their degeneracy. They looked at the mercy of government money and the inability of the people, up to date, very tipsy-turvy. And they glanced at me as if they have seen an animal of extraordinarily kind. While arranging their luggage, one of the great Indian liability told, "Hey Baba, this may not be your compartment. This is second AC. "Oh," I exclaimed, and I kept quiet and decided to relish their expressions of agitated arrogance a little, buried myself in the book in my hand. It infuriated them more. I thought these two might have thought me as a helpless wandering sadhu without a ticket and without the knowledge of class. Now they started showing their element of classlessness, and again he added, "Baba, you don't hear me? I told you no. You go to general compartment." They already took their seat in front of me, which was allotted to them. My external look was not much impressive, as I was back from a long journey for months together. Matted hair, beard, old worn out kashya clothes, without a proper bath for days, and I appeared naturally like but next to a beggar. So if a dress code of British is imposed, I am not eligible to travel in that. But now I am a dreaming free Indian founded upon the never realized principles of equality by opportunistic leaders. They might have thought of me as a beggar, or the first officer was telling to the other in a nauseating English, "Such beggars are polluting our country that like parasites and earning money. And if time and situation favors stealing also." I also have got blessed by God with a clean mouth and a pure lingo. I beg to make the gentleman take note of it, just opened my mouth and replied in English. "Yes, maybe a parasite, maybe a beggar or thief. Don't worry, I have a valid AC ticket up to Delhi. If at all any eventuality of theft happen, you can trace me back to my ashram. This is my visiting card." I tendered them a new visiting card. Their face changed to pale and had an astonishing look at me. They were thinking, "Oh, this Baba knows English also?" By this time, the ticket examiner entered into the compartment. Train was moving. While handing over my ticket over to him for checking, I asked the ticket examiner, "Sir, is there any law in railways that a beggar like me not allowed to travel in AC compartment even if he possesses a valid ticket?" Before checking my ticket, the ticket collector touched my feet with reverence and did namaskar and asked, "What is the problem, Swamiji? Why are you shooting such a question?" I replied, "Nothing very particular, of course. Just these gentlemen in valuable clothes are intimidating me to vacate this compartment." I could very well see the pale face and escaping eyes, frozen face of those military officers. The ticket examiner, while checking the tickets, admonished them to behave properly. After the TT reprimanded them, they started shrinking. Train crossed the Brahmaputra river. There was a heavy, disturbing mortuary-like silence invaded the coupe. I took a book, Ashtavakra Gita in English, from my shoulder bag and started reading. When I ignored their very presence, it seems the two military officers were got disturbed very much because of their misbehavior towards me. Wanted to amend the atmosphere, one of them took initiative, got up and touched my feet and pleaded sorry. "Maharaj, we have done a mistake. We should not have talked to you like that." I said to them, "No problem, brothers. It all happens when you assess a person in his external appearance or value someone on wearing his clothes' quality. You people with modern education have only superfluous vision of anybody." Now the other officer also and started soliciting pardon for their mistake. A coffee vendor appeared and they ordered 3 cups of coffee and offered one to me, and the situation eased off its deterioration. As if nothing happened, I started sipping the coffee. Then we started exchanging pleasantries, etc. This had become the trend of today's education. They are taught to assess others as per the outward look. They do not have neither the time nor patience to go little further, dive little deeper to find out the reality. That is why they go on adding enemies to their life. They believe in their intelligence to this extent that they think it is not necessary for them to respect others' sentiment. They assess people very easily in one look. Now I invoked Rishi Ashtavakra to drive home my points. The officers now trained their ears towards me with a newfound zeal. It happened so to one Rishi, Ashtavakra, a great jnani of repute of his era, who once entered in the court of great King Janaka in an informal way. All the other scholars who were jealous of his repute took him for a ride. Everybody started laughing upon his entry in that king's court. Ashtavakra also laughed in retaliation. When King Janaka asked the reason for Ashtavakra's laughing, when others laughed at him because of his looks, Ashtavakra Maharishi told, "I heard Janaka's court filled with enlightened ones, but here I have seen only butchers and cobblers by default. That is why I laughed." All got annoyed with Ashtavakra. Again, King Janaka asked why he said so. Ashtavakra told, "Maharaj, butchers value the meat of the body and cobblers value the skin. Here also same thing happened. Your people in court valued me externally, my body with 8 folds, dirty clothes, and dry wrinkled skins, etc. No one ever cared to see the wisdom hidden in me. Is it not so? None of you has seen or tried to see the wisdom in me. This is the reason for my laughing." Janaka accepted Ashtavakra as his guru, and the other assembly dissolved. I narrated this story to military officers. It was an eye-opener for them. Throughout the journey after this turnaround, they exhibited more and more interest in hearing me. I also took the opportunity to plant the seed of knowledge as much possible, so that when it gets a rain in time after drought, it will sprout. Till we reached Delhi, we had lot of satsang, and to my wonder, they never allowed me to pay for my food, etc. during the journey. Before reaching Delhi, I asked them to take money from me, which they had spent for my food etc. during journey. I told them, even though we traveled together for 2 days and had lot of talking, I do not think or feel that the impression even now about sadhus in your mind have changed. You think we are like parasites, suck and swindle money and living lavishly with the money of devotees and disciples. Heck, you mind we pay even for every drop of water we take, many times more than what it's worth. World takes more, gives less. We take less, give more. How can you say that? I said. Because you people do not have the knowledge of the knowledge we have bartered for this life. When you do not know anything about the currency, you do not have the right to evaluate, deal, or to shop or to allege of costliers. We give our service to the society for cheap. The society owes a lot even to an insignificant sadhu, leave alone so called gurus. You do not have any knowledge of the stuff we can give to the humanity. Try to understand what we sadhus are doing for humanity, for the nation. You guard the border of nation, but we guard the mind of disciples and devotees and humanity itself. We never allow our devotees' mind to cross the border and go to the land of evilness. We teach them this art of safety. Train arrived at Delhi railway station and we all were ready to alight. At platform, one of them took my Jammu Ashram's address and we all separated to our own ways. To my surprise, one among the pair of military officer came searching me up to my Jammu Ashram few months later. He was transferred somewhere near that region and he came in search of me and took initiation of Mantra Diksha. In the next Guru Purnima, I initiated him and he became my disciple of sincere kind. He tried and gained some more deeper understanding in spirituality. So my appeal hereby to the world is, do not practice or encourage the habit of undermining the importance of spirituality in human life, or to judge just by the outside look of the spiritual people or simplicity of religious symbols. It will one day land the whole humanity in unrepairable damage. Hasty decision, regardless outlook about the spiritual aspect of life, is a sin equal to negating the life itself. So don't hear, practice, support or help to preach such anti-life attitude. If anyone want to see the world to be happy, this is the real service to the humanity anyone could do. This is the way we assess people. First hand, at a look, we are ready to take a decision about a person in front of us. Always it need not be correct. External appearance may be bad or odd, but before using hard words to anybody, we have to hear him first, analyze him or try to understand him first. Preconception always hurts. It is the end of chapter 23. In this chapter, few fellow passengers traveling with Guruji, they judged him based on his appearance. Are not we making the same mistake in our own lives? When we fall into the shallow habit of judging others by their external appearance, we set ourselves up for disappointments. After all, appearances are often deceptive. The growing number of mirrors in our homes, combined with the constant presence of our phones, trains our mind to focus solely on ourselves. This creates an illusion that the world revolves around us, feeding our egos. As we fixate more on the physical beauty of things, we slowly disconnect from our inner essence. Instead of viewing the world through the external eye, which perceives only Maya, let us awaken the inner eye to witness the genuine beauty that dwells in all things. If you enjoyed this video, please do share with your family and friends. Chapter 24 will be released next Sunday. Jai Ma.